Hi YouTube, it's Doug in the North again. I've solved a couple of little problems where I was going to bring my hydrogen generator online and hook up to the truck. I've got a little tube here. If I tee off behind that, I don't know if you can see that, but that Y's off behind the throttle plate, so I bypass my airflow sensor and this little sensor here are both behind it, so I had that solved. What I've been doing is I've been experimenting with the controlled reaction, and I came up with two things. One being a rheostat to control the amperage, which turned out very unsuccessful. I kept melting them down. So you'd need an awfully large rheostat. I had one off a welder here, and it even got really hot, so that didn't work out so well. So the next thing was to control the reaction with the amount of baking soda that I was adding to the mix. I tried several things, and what I've been mixing it in is this mixer here that gives me about 8 cups, and what I've got it down to is a capful, just a little cap off a water bottle. It probably gives me about the best reaction for the amps I'm drawing. Now, if I go any less than that, it doesn't seem that I will have enough hydrogen to do much with that cap full. I've got approximately a liter a minute, maybe just a little less. Now you can see, you might recognize my original prototype here, which I had some pretty good tests on. I've gone to this little unit here. I had an old filter housing around, which is pretty heavy duty plastic, and you can see the reaction in there better, so it's good for effect. I drilled the top of it and put my stainless steel screws through here, and my plates are on here. Now I've got about an 8-plate system there, 4 negative, 4 positive, using 12 gauge wire from there to the top of the housing. The housing itself, the only problem I found with it is where I have come through here. I'm drawing so many amps, you may be able to see here that is melting the plastic around the bolt. So eventually I'm going to lose the seal, start leaking hydrogen if I haven't already. Now with the mixture of that 1 capful per 8 cups, it still puts an awful draw on the truck's electrical system, hence the overheating of this, but it can handle it, I'm pretty sure. It seems to be drawing more off the battery than the actual alternator, because I've had it hooked direct. So that's one problem. What I'm wondering is, how do I get the reaction up and the amps down? I'm not exactly sure how much hydrogen I need to produce to actually have a good effect on this. I've decided that I'm going to use my old prototype. I'm going to shorten this down a little bit and seal it up properly, and I'll use that for my bubbler when I'm ready. But I have this dilemma now. I don't know whether adding neutral plates, I've got 3 here left over from my original cuts. I got 3 plates here I can add in for neutral plates. It's not exactly an even number. I guess I'm going to have to do a little more research, but I think I've run into the problem that the reason these aren't as used as much as they are, and that's you use so much power and damage to your vehicle to produce what you could. Now the question is, that's for running a vehicle strictly on hydrogen. That would be a problem. Now since we're just trying to supplement and improve the gas mileage, how much hydrogen do I need is the question for it to actually make a difference on a fairly large engine like that. I really don't want to spend $200 on a brand new alternator and battery if I can avoid it, because they're fairly new as it is. So this is my dilemma. I'm not sure if anybody else has run into this. I'm sure they have. If anybody has any suggestions, please respond to the video and maybe give me an idea what to try. I'm going to go back and do some more research, and hopefully we can solve this little snag, because I'm more than a little excited about trying this out. and I'm just about ready. If I can get the amperage down to the point where it's not going to melt the wires or the terminals and produce me enough hydrogen, I'm just about ready to go. I just have to solve that little problem. I'm not exactly sure how to do it. So I will keep you updated, and thanks for keeping in touch, and if anybody has any suggestions, let me know. Thanks.